Just got the shot complete of us driving up the Dempster, past the Dempster sign, and picking up Toby, and got it on the radio. Guys on the radio said, we gotta pull over, we gotta look at this trailer again, it's still making the same noise.
I feel a little bit better about it being...
But it wasn't the trailer. Most likely, it was not the trailer all along.
2 of 5 lugs left.
On what?
That tire.
2 of 5 lugs left?
Yes, it's been rubbing into here. And we have to inspect every tire. One issue masking the other. You heard all that noise, you know? Thinking it was just the rub on the cables. This was happening at the same time.
We were lucky. Had the remaining bolts sheared, the wheel would have separated from the Land Cruiser. And given the speeds that we were just traveling at, it could have been fatal.
Maybe on the trailer?
We had to get creative with how to chock and block the truck for such an extensive fix. The guys located a beam in the ditch, and Ty made quick work blocking them for the axle and chocking the wheels.
I would just do 2 straight up, just so that we got room to get a bottle jack next to somewhere on it. Yeah, pull the tire off and out.
Come back and away.
Ryan removed the studs so that we could look for more in Dawson.
On the broken lug.
Ryan also looked the axle over and found a bulging brake line that would also need addressed. With town shut down for the night, so were we. A storming session broke out, and we addressed group frustrations and concerns.
When you're working on vehicles, don't get under a vehicle unless it's on jack stands. It's the first thing they teach you in any shop class I've ever been to. I don't know. That's just what I'm frustrated. It's certain things that are very obvious to me that got missed by other people in it. And there's camera crap, there's production crap, it's all this other stuff that I don't have a clue about.
We all have this piece, and we all did the piece, but we all forgot, you know, a part that could have been your piece at some time, you know what I mean? And so you're feeling that stretch, that lack, and that's, you know, we're sorry for that. That's our fault. And I know right now it feels like you're just standing there naked because you don't have what you need to do your job effectively and safely.
We would make it a point to pick up a bottle jack and some jack stands in the morning. With our storm session resolved, we are becoming a well-oiled machine.
And then this is our storming.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is good though.
Cycles.
But the thing that came out
7:50 a.m. Rolling 40 kilometers back to Dawson City. We gotta find the right parts. If we don't find these parts, I honestly don't know what we'll do. We're gonna have to get real creative or get real risky or something to get something done. So I don't know.
Right now we're waiting for the other half of the team to get here. They went into town to go fix our problem that we had last night. So
we're missing 3 posts off of our tire, so if they're not able to find those, any dreams of going any further down that road right there are going to be all but lost.
Our brake line was the hardest part to locate and would be picked up next week after our return from the north.
There's no brake lines until Friday of next week, or of this week, and it's Tuesday. We can't be shut down that long. So it just put a hope and a prayer on it and motor on.
Thankfully, the lugs and lug nuts would be flown in from Whitehorse, Yukon tomorrow.
What time are they going to get here tomorrow? 8 in the morning. So we'd have to get from here to Inuvik tomorrow in one day.
Back at camp, we set to some chores.
Tonight we're gonna have pepperoni pizzas. Some of them will be good, some of them probably won't. But that's okay, because everybody here loves us.
Well, I'm sitting here at Yukon Gypsy Camp number 1, and I decided to choose Ty's Pizzeria for the local vendor of the evening, and it is one of the best dishes that I've had in a long time.
Yeah, that's my next place I'm looking. Ryan did what he could with the brake line bulge. However, all of us knew anything we did wasn't going to help. Brake line pressures are just too high.
Okay, full pressure.
It was more for just a little peace of mind.
Pressure.
Later in the day, a scenario we didn't expect slammed us into high gear.
Toby just off the side of the bridge as he was doing some filming. He's laying there motionless.
Brad, you know the fact on this? Call 911.
Hey Toby, hold still, bud.
Hey, we see you up in time.
Hey Toby, hey buddy, it's okay. Toby, you gotta hold still, okay?
Non-responsive, but we don't see any visible injuries, and it doesn't seem like there's any broken. I think we need to pull his knee up like it is, I guess the way it is. Cross his arms over, roll him. I'll support the head. One not ready.
Everybody's good.
1, 2, 3, 2.
Hey Toby, hold still, bud. Hey, hold still, bud. Hold still, you okay?
Watch your fingers, everybody.
Toby, you need to hold still. Toby had a big fall, okay? You need to hold still.
Ryan and Ty have military training, which varies from wilderness first aid training. The exercise was crucial in making sure we could work and communicate as a team if it all hit the fan. Then a lone passerby thought the scenario to be real.
This is weird.
Don't worry, we do this all the time.
We racked out early in preparation for a big push to Inuvik in the Northwest Territories, contingent on lugs arriving in the morning.
Next year we're being sponsored by Napa.
Parts in hand, we inspected and installed.
I think that one's worse. I thought it was worse on the side.
Installs went smoothly, and time was of the essence. We needed to get moving if we were to make the final midnight ferry at Arctic Red River, nearly 13 hours and some 600 kilometers from our current location. The Dempster awaits. I caught Ty lost in thought as he peered down the road. None of us knew what we were heading into. In 1979, the Dempster was opened as a 2-lane, gravel-surfaced, all-weather highway. It runs 671 kilometers, or 414 miles, from the Klondike Highway near Dawson to Fort McPherson, and our time-crunched ferry crossing at Arctic Red River in the Northwest Territories. Heavy rain nearly instantaneously created extremely slick conditions.
Weather change. Instantly.
The road was becoming dangerous.
And then an 18-wheeler after that. Bruce is pissed. Whoa! Make sure there's no one in there. We got an accident. I'll stop. Go check it out.
10-4, I need everybody to prepare for what they may see here.
Hazards on.
Hello? 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 You want to hear? Hello? Anybody here? Yeah, they're out.
These roads.
They're clear. These roads can be pretty flippin' treacherous. This guy obviously didn't get off very far, and it just sucked him right in there. Clay says we're clear, so it looks like this guy got away. I mean, it's obviously can't go too fast on these roads.
And these are really hard to insure because they do this.
Stuff's strewn everywhere in there.
I bet you was coming from that direction. See these tracks?
Yeah, he was
Coming from there and like probably flipped it around backwards and drifted.
That could have been bad.
That could have been really bad.
Bad roads are an equal opportunity killer.
Yeah.
Ryan at the wheel of the heavy Land Cruiser provided peace of mind. It served with the 1st of the 163rd Infantry Battalion in Iraq, convoying supplies and infantry across Iraq's hostile roads. I thought to myself, the stress of this road must seem like a piece of cake to him.
Alright, so just past a sign that said 2K to Eagle Plains. I am literally on fumes, so I'm just going to try to roll in. This light's been on for probably about 40 miles here.
About as far as I've ever pushed it. Sounds good. 2K, roll in and get hop and get out of here to Big Death Ferry.
The fuel up at Green River would be the most expensive fuel up of the expedition, at just over $500 for both rigs. We needed to keep moving to make the ferry and allow us to complete the Dempster in one day.
We can see the Arctic Circle, which we'd planned to stop and be like, yeah, we're crossing the Arctic Circle, but we are in such a time hack that we have just got to blow right past it. So here in about 30 seconds, we're going to be crossing the Arctic Circle. My first time ever. There it was, in the Arctic Circle.
That's not to say we didn't celebrate another small benchmark, crossing into the Northwest Territories.
This is so nuts. Look at that. It's like lines of green and brown, shades of all different colors.
Grizzly!
Right there is a grizzly bear just roaming the Northwest Territories. He owns this place. This is his.
Apparently Ty has never seen a grizzly bear in the wild before.
Ty?
Dude, I've never seen... Okay, I lived in Montana for 5 years, Idaho for the rest of that time. Hey, Ryan. And I've yet to run into a grizzly, which I consider myself fortunate to not run into grizzly as much time as I spent in the woods. So this is pretty freaking awesome.
I've never been able to observe a grizzly bear in the wilderness before.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
We gotta go. We still had 5 hours to go. The Dempster continued to woo our eyes with its vast splendor.
Dude, that is insane. You guys stick out like a sore thumb.
The Dempster's engineering is unique. The road sits on top of a gravel berm to insulate the permafrost in the soil underneath. Without the gravel berm, the permafrost would thaw and the road would sink into the ground.
Made it. And with time to spare. Which is awesome. Because these guys close pretty soon. A very cool little church on the edge of the cliff.
Sweet, so we just made it.
Making the ferry was a big win for us. Had we missed it, our travels would have been delayed till morning. The The Lewis Cardinal operates 15 hours a day, 4 months out of the year. Its crew makes an entire year's salary during this short season. It was nice to step out of the trucks. Upon reaching the Arctic Red River, a sense of accomplishment and adventure overwhelmed us.
We are 12 hours in, almost 12, yeah, just over 12 hours in to this drive, and we are about to complete the Dempster Highway. It's 1:15 in the morning, and this is, I'm feeling pretty good. This is cool. We've done Prudhoe Bay, Dead Horse, and now all the way up to Inuvik. And it feels good. It's a dream come true for me.
Inuvik was a dream destination for many of us. Morale was high.
We came up this road all the way up here, past this village I can't pronounce, and first ferry crossing, second ferry crossing, and then we came up to Inuvik, and now we're going to fly up to Tuktoyaktuk, and then we're going to come down the Mackenzie River all the way back to Inuvik right here.
Once airborne, we were able to take in how this land really looks. It's an intricate system of waterways, marshes, and lakes. 25 minutes into the flight, the pilot banks to show us the new summer road being built, a road to connect Inuvik to Tuktoyaktuk. It's expected to take another 3 years to be completed. Nearing final approach, the third largest pingo comes into view. A pingo is a dome-shaped hill formed in a permafrost area when the hydrostatic pressure of freezing groundwater causes the upheaval of a layer of frozen ground. Some of these larger ones are still growing at around 1 inch a year. At the airport, we met up with our guide John. We had asked him to show us the village of Tuk.
First of all, welcome to Tuktoyaktuk. English pronunciation, obviously. The Inuvialuit pronunciation is...
Our first stop was atop the town-centric pingo that would allow us to get our bearings.
Over in this direction where you guys will be going, towards the mouth of the river, is in this direction. You can see a pingo on the horizon over there. That's where the Mackenzie River is, which is about 30 kilometers from here.
Okay.
And that's where the whales go this time of year. They like to go to the mouth of the river where the warm water is coming down.
Mm-hmm.
And then they calve there, and then that's where people also hunt and harvest them in that area.
Next up was a long-awaited date with the Arctic Ocean, where we are to join the Polar Bear Club for all eternity.
One of the few times in my life where I can honestly say I didn't have much expectation going into it, but getting here and running in for me just kind of blew my mind. It all of a sudden it just kind of hit me all in one, where I am, what I'm doing, and just the presence of this place.
It was amazing. I wanted to do this for a while, just to be in this place where a few people go. And it's just beautiful here. You just get this feeling of like you really are on top of the world.
Toby had taken this time to reflect on an important decision he had to make: the proposal to his girlfriend back home. Across the bay, John takes us to the town's prized ice house that's hand-chiseled deep into the Earth's permafrost.
30 feet. 30 feet.
See the permafrost, this layers of sand and ice. This is frost, the white stuff is covering all that.
You will wear the hat though if you
Yeah. Wow. Do you see this? This is like. Words. This is incredible. Perfect. Beautiful. Look at that. Further in, we located the food storage lockers reserved for the families of Tug.
That's what I'm asking him.
Oh, hey,
Oh.
you got it.
This is what people use.
Yeah, it's tough.
Solid.
On our way out, we met up with our next guide, Kylik, who will be taking us back to Inuvik by boat.
All right, big guy.
All right, going it.
So yeah.
Though it was nearing 10 p.m., the light was just coming alive. Tuck had made a personal impact on all of us.
I don't know, it just felt really thick, like peaceful there. Very homey and warm and authentic. And that's the best way to describe it here. It's like walking into a cozy home everywhere you go. So I'm excited. Like that was one of the most peaceful places I've ever been in my life.
Not far into the open waters of the Arctic Ocean, the waters rowelled our boat as it powered through the chop. It's an understatement that all of us were having the time of our lives. Nothing prepared us for this moment, at the top of the world. It was a rush of camaraderie, adventure, and discovery. But this boat ride isn't over. An experience awaits us that none of us will ever forget.